And what's up, everybody? It's your boy Craig D, and that's right, little Odyssey there. Don't tell me, tell her, because it is over. At least it is for the San Antonio Spurs. And I got to tell you, after that debacle in Cleveland in game three, where you're up by 21 points, and the best player in the league, in my opinion, my favorite player, possibly of all time, doesn't show up. And LeBron James is one of those people who you can see in his face what's about to go down. And if you looked in his face before that game started, it looked like something was preoccupying his mind. He did not have the game face he had in games 1 or 2, or any other of the postseason games for that matter. 11 points? Come on, King James. Come on, man. We can't have that. Come on, man. Come on, man. You're better than that. See, this is the type of stuff that gives all the LeBron naysayers and how much better Michael Jordan was something to feed on. And my argument to that is always, would LeBron win if Jordan was still playing? And my answer to that question is I think he would win. He may not win them all because Jordan is the GOAT. But LeBron is the GOAT, the greatest of his time. And it really bothered me to see a performance like that out of him. And it wasn't just on him. Every shot Kyle Korver put up, he didn't square up to the rim. It was rushed. His shots really annoyed me after he had been playing so well. Darren Williams, getting up the court, getting in the paint, and kicking out when he had a layup. You lost by a bucket. You get in the paint, put it up. This is what I hate about today's basketball. Everything is the three. Kick it out for the three. Kick it out for the three. If you're up 2 and got a chance to get an easy deuce, take the easy deuce. It's like no one wants to play in the paint no more. And that's why I got to give that little Isaiah Thomas credit. Although he didn't play and he's out for the rest of the season, more than likely, unless there's a miracle and Boston beats Cleveland. And let's make no mistake about it. I've picked Cleveland from the start of the season to win the whole shebang. And I think if they can get it clicking again, the way they had it clicking, and they still got a lot to do. You know, there's so much to talk about with this playoffs and those Cleveland Cavaliers. Because I talked about this. They always go into this lull in the action. And Kevin Love had a good first half. Kind of faded out in the second half. Kyrie Irving was consistent throughout the game, but I think he could have did more. To me, Tristan Thompson was the only one who had a decent game 3. And he's not a points guy, but he's a hustle guy. He's the guy that understands one thing about basketball. You can't score if you don't have the ball and the hustle points. And you've got to make inroads in the paint. I don't want the Boston Celtics to ruin my postseason. So I hope Cleveland gets their act together. And I think they will. And gets this series over in the next 2 games. Because it's over for the Kawhi Leonardless San Antonio Spurs. Who fought? They fought. Their young kids look good. And I'm going to call out a few players on those Spurs too. Green, Danny Green, come on, man. Come on, man. You look like you did at UNC. At UNC, and I watched all of their games when he was at UNC. As I tell you, I'm a Tar Heel resident. He always looked as if he was the deferred option, and that if he could give it up for someone else to do the work, he would. But every so often, okay, I'll shoot. That's exactly what he looked like tonight again. LaMarcus Aldridge, I thought he tried. I thought he tried. LaMarcus got to get his game together. You're making the big time money. You're supposed to be the big time star. You're running with one of the best players in the league, arguably the best player in the league to a lot of people, and Kawhi Leonard. You got to get your game together. There's no big three anymore in San Antonio. Hats off to Tony Parker, who was out, still out, and will be out, and now the season's over. But he gave it a go. He was playing well. Big shout out to Manu Ginobili, who at 39 was putting up 27-year-old Manu efforts. And yeah. I'll give Coach Popovich a little bit of credit. Those guys fought. They fought. They just didn't have the horses. Because when KD, who in my opinion is the second best player in the league, and then Kawhi Leonard, is on the floor, and Steph Curry's right there, so is Klay Thompson. So is Draymond Green. Draymond, I can't wait for the finals. Give me that Cleveland Golden State final. Because unlike a lot of people, I think it is going to come down to benches. I think it is. And I think Cleveland's got the stronger bench. And I think when they're focused and they're zoning in on doing their part, they should win the games. I've got Cleveland in 7. Steph looks good. He looks good now. Put up another big game tonight. KD put up another big game tonight. Klay did what he had to do. Golden State is a former champion. They didn't get it last year, but there was no Draymond last year due to Draymond not being able to control his ways, his kung fu kicks. What do you think? Reach out to me at justsports@yahoo.com or at Craig Hendricks on Twitter. I'll read your comments on the podcast. You want to take shots at me and tell me I'm crazy for hating the Boston Celtics, for hating the whole Boston area teams. Not the people, just the teams. I love the people. I've been there quite a few times. Love the fishing, love the food. People are nice. I hate your teams. I'm a native New Yorker. Cannot root for anything in the New England area, the whole Massachusetts, that whole area. Can't root for anything. The Bruins, nothing. Nothing. Don't care what you put out there. Hate the Patriots. Hate Tom Brady. Respect them. Respect Coach Belichick, best in the game, best I've ever seen. Tom Brady, GOAT, greatest of all time, in my opinion. Hate him. And soon we're going to have to start talking some football because it's coming. And New England is, again, the prohibitive favorite to win. But I don't want to go there yet. I want to stay in my little bit of glory in the NBA. Let's take some time to thank our sponsors. Ladies and gentlemen, don't wait until there's a tragedy to take care of your loved ones. With Products like mortgage protection, term, and whole life insurance. I want you to reach out to an agent that truly cares if you are in the Triangle area. At success, the number 4, you and yours at gmail.com. That's success, the number 4, you and yours at gmail.com. Because when the tragedy happens, we're not even thinking straight, and then it's too late to prepare for a tragedy. We also want to thank Neighborhood Connections, the magazine of the Triangle, for small business to make a connection with its community. That's Neighborhood Connections. Go to neighborhoodconnectionsnc.com. Now, I have theories on what was wrong with LeBron, but I can't speak these theories on the radio. But I'll say this. I feel like it was personal. And that's it. That's just the way it came across. Like he just had an off game, and that's cool. He's had so many great games. I'm not going to kill him. But that was a stinker the other night. And you usually don't get that from LeBron. So I'll ask you again. Who you got? Because I'm still rolling with Cleveland. Golden State's looked impressive. I know they're hungry. 73 wins last year, 67 wins this year. They look like a juggernaut. They've even got JaVale McGee playing well. He's had a good season. He's no longer the brunt of Shaqtin' a fool, which is a whole nother topic we never even got into because JaVale McGee's mother was upset, and I get that. But I thought it was a little bit of an overreaction. But a good mother like her is gonna protect her son. So I'm cool with that. But I didn't think it required for asking for Shaq's job and all of that went on. But I'm thoroughly impressed with JaVale McGee's game now. He's got court awareness. He's running and hustling up and down the court better. Hats off to JaVale McGee. And the reason I bring up JaVale McGee is because the difference of that series is going to be on the paint. Not on the three-point line. It's going to be on the paint. Because one thing that a lot of the old-timers talk about that I completely agree with, even though people think they're just old men that don't like changing the game, is if somebody shoots a three, you got to get out and guard the three-point line. So Cleveland is not going to shoot 60% from the three, and neither is Golden State. Whoever controls the paint is going to win that series. So it's going to come down to the JaVale McGees, the Draymond Greens, the Tristan Thompsons. And I'm so sad that Andrew Bogut isn't playing. Because then we would have really had a little more theater in the paint. But I can't wait. It's coming up soon. San Antonio's gone. I'm sorry to see them leave the way they did because Kawhi is a beast. But they had a good season considering. Anyway, it's your boy Craig D. A little low key tonight. I'm sorry about that. Just got a lot going on, Looking for my opportunity. Looking to increase the unity with Just Sports. It's your boy Craig D. Signing off. And all I want to say now is peace.